Alright, what is going on, guys? It is S.Gamer, and we are back with a new WWE speedrunning challenge. So, we are going to be playing one of my favorite games that I've owned since 2002 when it came out, and that is WWE SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. And we're going to be doing a Grand Slam percent challenge. So, we're going to be trying to earn the undisputed Intercontinental, European, and Tag Team Championships as fast as possible. I'm very excited to get this run started. And I have some strategies for it that I am very excited to talk about. But I will go through those as we go through the run. So without further ado, let's get into it. We are going to start a new season, and for our wrestler, we are going to pick none other than Kane. So I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So I'm going to get ready to start my splits, and we're going to go ahead and pick him and start the timer right now. Okay, so the reason why we pick Kane is we want to pick somebody who starts out on Raw, because all the championships that we're going for are held by Raw wrestlers, and you have to have somebody who is on your brand in order to challenge for the title. So that's why we do it that way. So they're getting ready for the draft. We're just going to skip the draft and edit both brands. We're not actually going to make any edits because we don't need to. Alright, so we're going to start out on Raw, and I'm still not 100% sure if you're allowed to just straight up skip out of matches or not. So I am going to do this run, and then but I'm just going to kind of try and get the fastest time by skipping out of matches. I believe it is allowed from what I've looked at. I'm not 100% confident though, so we'll see. So, okay. So we're starting out. Ric Flair is going to talk to us. Doesn't really matter. And then we're going to just... So, we literally just... The plan is just straight up lose all of our matches. Except for title matches, pretty much. And one other thing that we're going to talk about later. But straight up, the plan is going to be... lose this just lose all these matches, to be honest, because there's no reason to play them. We're not trying to win every match here, so we lose, fun. And now there's gonna be a cutscene. I forgot to mention I am playing on PCSX2 1.6, so this is going to be in the emulator category. We are not going to taunt and challenge the Undisputed Champion because we don't want to get it right now, because being the Undisputed Champion actually hurts a lot when going for the other titles, because one thing about this game is you cannot challenge for a title if you are in a separate storyline, and if you're the Undisputed Champion, you are always in a storyline where you're defending your title. So, except for there's one time where you can actually get out of defending your title, but that's not for a while in the game, so there's no reason to get the Undisputed title until last. So we get the scene where Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out, and he signs with Raw. It doesn't really... I mean, I wish you could be on SmackDown and save time by not seeing the storyline, but unfortunately, SmackDown, the timing with championships doesn't really work out very well. There's no guaranteed route to getting all the championships by vengeance, which is my goal. It's possible if you get some good luck, but it's not consistent, and my way to do it on Raw is consistent, and it works pretty much every time, unless you screw something up. But you pretty much are guaranteed to get all 4 titles at vengeance. So, yeah, so Stone Cold's just stunnering the crap out of everybody. He signed the contract to be on Raw. Cool. We probably won't ever actually wrestle him unless unless he becomes Undisputed Champion or something crazy, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So basically, in the grand scheme of things, now we're just gonna keep quitting out of matches, because like I said, there's no reason to play any of them right now. against Albert. Doesn't really matter. Like I said, at the end of the day, we're just quitting out of these matches because it saves us some time in the long run. And so, yeah. So basically, the route that I'm taking is to win the Intercontinental Championship at Backlash, win the European Championship at Insurrection, the tag titles at Judgment Day, and then the Undisputed Championship at Vengeance. And then on the way, win the King of the Ring tournament to get that Undisputed Championship shot. So, so yeah, basically in the long run, we're gonna get all the titles a lot quicker than I've seen. I've seen a lot of routes where the goal is to win the Undisputed title at like Armageddon or the Royal Rumble, which is like 9 or 10 months into the season. So I should be able to do it a lot quicker with this route. And like I said, it's very consistent. The only times I've ever messed it up when I was practicing for this are when I screwed up, and it was really because I was trying to test and see where I could save time. And I found out that you cannot save time in some certain spots. There's some specific timings that you have to do of certain things. So, alright. So we're going to quit out of this match. So we now have one more match until Backlash. Hopefully, usually I end up in a tables match against Sean Stasiak here. Or not hardcore match, I mean, not tables match. Which actually saves some time because you don't have to deal with entrances when you're in a hardcore match. Which is always pretty good. Yeah, hey, we got it. It's pretty good. That'll save us a little bit of time. Because we don't have to deal with the entrances in a hardcore match. Which is always good because we don't have to worry about taking the time to skip them. And so we're going to get to Backlash, and what's going to happen is we're going to go to Ric Flair, and we're going to ask to challenge for the Intercontinental title. Because if we don't get the Intercontinental title right now, what will probably happen, and we'll probably see it, is the main event will be RVD, who is the current Intercontinental Champion, defending against somebody like Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit. Actually, if it was The Undertaker, it would be, I mean, it would still stay on Raw, but usually what happens is he defends against somebody from SmackDown and loses the title, and then you can't get it back because the guy on SmackDown has really high SP and will probably never lose it. He did actually go against Undertaker, but that doesn't really change anything because the only other belt I would want to go for right now would be the tag titles, and having the tag titles can also be a problem because if you win the tag titles at Backlash, you sometimes get put into a storyline with your tag team partner that you can't get out of at Judgment Day, where if we win the Intercontinental title, we are guaranteed to get the autograph storyline that you can get out of. A lot of people don't really know the way that you can like specifically get out of it, but there is a way to challenge for a title at Judgment Day if you have the autograph storyline, and I'll show you guys that up here in a bit. So we are going to challenge for the Intercontinental title. And then Jerry Lawler is going to wish us good luck. We're going to tell him that we don't care because it's faster. And actually, Steve Austin is going to be the guy wrestling The Undertaker in the main event with nothing on the line, even though Taker is the Undisputed Champion. But, yeah, if Taker would have won, which he probably would have, he would have had Undisputed and Intercontinental titles. But now we're going to take the Intercontinental title instead because we want the Intercontinental title. So now we do actually have to win. We can't skip this. But RVD is usually not terribly difficult to beat. Kane also has this Tombstone Piledriver that does a lot of damage to him. I'm sorry, I didn't realize when I was doing this screen that my that the bar was cut off at the top, but you still can kind of pretty much see everything that you need to. So yeah, so you can see my special bar is going up. But yeah, so we're just gonna kind of try and win this match quickly. Yeah, so that's pretty much all there is to it. We're gonna try to win this match as close as we can. get the Intercontinental title and be done with the first month of the season. I'm just going to kind of play it safe. I'm not going to try to go for pins because it's going to waste time. I'm going to wait until he's like laid out or until I hit him with a finisher. One more tombstone should get me a finisher, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. So now I did that the wrong way, but oh well. We're gonna set him up for the choke slam and hit it, and boom. And that should be it. I don't see him kicking out, but I could be 100% wrong. He kicked out. Wow. I have never actually seen him kick out of a choke slam. Alright, that might do it. No. RVD does not want to go down right now. Wow. Alright, this hopefully should do it. Alright, he's laid out. That should be enough. Wow. He really does not want to go down. Oh my gosh. I've never seen this happen. Usually RVD goes down a lot faster than this. Usually I'm surprised he kicked out of the choke slam. But I'm just going to try and pin him after every move, honestly, at this point. This is interesting. Alright. 2 choke slams. Will he kick out of this one? Alright, he's out after a choke slam. I don't see him kicking out, but... Alright, there we go. Intercontinental title is here. Took a little longer than I wanted, but that's fine. So Kane is the new Intercontinental Champion. So we are a quarter of the way through, technically. So yeah. So we unlock, hit an item. And, okay, good. Storm and Christian retain the tag titles, which is good because Alistair and Maven are on SmackDown. They would probably lose them anyway, but at Insurrection. But now the biggest thing to make sure that you guys see this run is that hopefully at Insurrection, the tag titles stay on Raw. They should, because Storm and Christian should defend against a team on Raw, whether it's the Hardy Boys, Booker T and Goldust, or the Dudleys, Bubba and Spike. But yeah, okay, so now we have the autograph feud against Chris Jericho, which doesn't really matter at the end of the day. So we're going to face him, we're going to lose, and then he's going to attack us. But we are going to get out of the storyline. We normally would have to go against him in a hardcore match at Judgment Day, but we are just not going to. Straight up. So, yeah, so we're just going to go against him. Alright, cool. He wins, fine. Yeah. So now it's going to be Insurrection. And now this may also be a run ender. If we should get a European Championship match against William Regal. If we don't, then I'm going to reset. But we did. Okay. And Storm and Christian are defending against the Dudleys. So that is good. Because no matter what, the tag titles stay on Raw, and we can challenge for them. Right now, which is good. Okay. So we are going to face William Regal to win the European Championship here at Insurrection. So the Hurricane is going to defend in the opener, and he's going to lose the Cruiserweight title to Rico. He always loses the Cruiserweight title in his first defense, whether it's at Backlash. He was supposed to defend it in a Fatal 4-Way at Backlash, but since it was the opening match, it got cut for our match against RVD, which is yeah. So that means he didn't have to defend it, but then he always faces like Rico or Tajiri or somebody in a ladder match in the opener of Insurrection and loses it there. So basically, what's gonna happen now is, also on a side note, you cannot challenge for a title on your own here. You have to get this match, like you have to get them to give you this match. And one thing is, if you have somebody with really high or low, I believe, superstar points, like if you're like very high up or you don't have enough SP that you could challenge for the European title normally, you get put in a tag team match where you team with Regal against two random people from your brand. But if you're you have to be kind of in the middle. So that's why I was gonna pick somebody like Steve Austin or Brock Lesnar that has really high SP, just so it'd be easier, and like they have better moves, so it'd be easier to win matches. And Austin would save time because he doesn't wrestle the first week, because he has to pick his brand first. But if you wrestle with those guys, you can't get this match at Insurrection. You have to team with Regal instead, which would make the run longer. So, okay, that was a quick match. Regal goes by really quick, usually, so we save some time there, and we win the European Championship. So we have both titles. We are now the Eurocontinental Champion, as Kurt Angle once put it. And we'll see who we have to wrestle for the tag titles. It is going to be the Dudleys. Sometimes they lose if they're in the match, but usually it's actually either the Hardys or Booker T and Goldust, and they usually like win. Usually Storm and Christian lose, but it kind of depends on who you are. Like kind of how matches go. Like sometimes it depends on like what SP people have, but Bubba Ray and Spike, they take the titles. Which honestly, I'd rather face them than face like Booker T and Goldust or face the Hardys. So I'm fine with that. So now we're gonna interfere in Jericho's match against Jeff Hardy. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change the outcome. He always wins regardless, for some reason. So yeah. So we don't have a match, which kind of saves some time. We just kind of get in that quick cutscene. So now we're gonna have a match against somebody else, random test. Okay. And then Jericho's gonna challenge us to the WWE suspension match. So essentially what would happen is if we would accept, we would face Jericho in a hardcore match at Judgment Day. And if you lose, you actually get skipped straight to Vengeance, where you can choose to come back to the WWE or not. And if you don't, then you get skipped to the first week of January at the Royal Rumble, which we are going to do this in another run, the Rookie Percent category that I'm going to run next, where we try to win the Undisputed Championship as fast as possible with Randy Orton, which involves getting suspended, winning the Royal Rumble, and then winning at WrestleMania against Hulk Hogan. But we're not doing that right now. So he's going to challenge us, and we're going to pick the second choice, which is just stare him down instead of saying fine by me, because that will get us out of the match entirely. It just ends the storyline right there. So now what we have to do here is now we are not in a storyline. So we can now challenge for a title. And we have to do it right here at Raw, because if you wait, you get forced into a different match at Judgment Day, and then you can't get out of it. Whether it is the hair versus hair match against Kurt Angle, or I've seen like some of the like random matches that can happen if you don't get booked for a pay-per-view. Sometimes they just like to force those on you here, but basically you cannot get a title match at Judgment Day, you have to request it right now. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to request to challenge for the tag team titles, which should be the only titles we can challenge for, I believe. And I'm going to... oh, no, we can challenge for the hardcore title, but... we'll team with Bradshaw. We'll make him a double champion. So we team against a random team of Rhino and Albert. I don't know why they always pick like two random wrestlers that aren't a tag team, but they do. So the only thing that would save time if we could wrestle at Judgment Day is that if you challenge for the title at Judgment Day, it drops you straight into the match, and you don't have to deal with. There's going to be a scene here where the Dudleys come out and they say, "We heard you want a shot at us. It's fine by us. You know, we're going to have a title match. Blah blah blah." And you don't have to deal with that if you are requesting the match at the pay-per-view. But we lose, and we still get the title match. So yeah. So there's Bubba and Spike. All right. So now Judgment Day, it is again going to look like we're not booked, but then we are going to get booked. And so, yeah. So there's always just like 3 random matches on the card, including an undisputed title match in the main event, which I think it said Lance Storm was challenging for it, which means he's going to lose and Taker will retain. It doesn't actually matter who the undisputed champion is at any point, because something is going to happen where right before Vengeance, the champion will lose his title to somebody random, and that's who will wrestle at Vengeance. I've seen it be Test a lot for some reason. I don't know why, but it always feels like whenever I do this storyline on Raw, Test wins the undisputed title, and you have to face him for some reason. But yeah, so now we're teaming up with Bradshaw. We're going to face the Dudleys, and we should be able to win pretty easily, hopefully, and take the titles from them. And we'll be 3/4 of the way through in 2 months. So next month, however, we will not be able to get the undisputed title. We will have to wait 1 more month, and we'll have to set up our opportunity to get the title this month by winning the King of the Ring tournament, which means we are going to have to play a lot of matches. So the run is going to kind of ramp up here. And so they both start with finishers, but whenever you spawn in with a finisher, it doesn't actually do as much damage as it would when you when you get one through the match. So that doesn't really matter. It's not like if he hits me with this finisher, we just automatically lose. For some reason, it feels like the earlier you challenge somebody, the more specials they start out with. I don't know why. Because like when I challenged RVD at Backlash, he doesn't have a special move at all, which doesn't really... Okay. We might be able to win right away. We knock Spike off the apron. 1. Oh, he kicked out at 1. Probably because I took too long, but... Yeah, Bubba usually goes down pretty quickly. We're just going to keep hitting him with tombstones, and then knocking Spike off the apron whenever he gets laid out. Alright. We're going to take out Spike. Okay, Bubba got up, but now we have Spike out of the way, kind of. And now I'm going to try and pin Bubba real quick. Okay, he kicked out. So now what we're going to do is we're going to turn him around. And we're going to hit him with the choke slam. This should be enough. I'm going to take out Spike again just to be safe. Okay, it's taking too long. Tag matches are kind of convoluted in this game, honestly. And of course, mess that up, and Spike is on me. Alright, cool. We'll let the ref deal with him. Let Bubba hit his power bomb. Doesn't really matter. Okay, he's already back up on the apron. That's not what I wanted to happen. We're gonna hit with a finisher here. That's fine. We just kind of no-sell it and move on. Yeah, tag matches are kind of a mess in this game because you have to be able to deal with their partner quickly. But we are getting there. Okay. Ah, he broke it up. I mean, we should be able to pin Bubba whenever, like, it's basically just being able to get Spike out of the equation quickly. We're just kind of hoping that he doesn't break up the pin in time. But there's no way that Bubba's going to kick out after all of this. I'm going to go ahead and give him another choke slam. And then he should be down. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright, that should be enough. Yeah, alright. So we win the tag team titles. So even though we have 3 out of the 4 titles, that's pretty much the halfway point of this run. Because now we have to win a bunch of matches in a row. And we have to win the King of the Ring. We have to literally win like 4 to 5 or 3 or 4 matches in a row, maybe. I don't know. I can't remember exactly, but yeah. So Undertaker retains the title. Doesn't really matter because we're not gonna have to face him probably unless he loses the title and then wins it back somehow. But I don't see that happening. All right. So we're going up against Lance Storm. And that's going to become a King of the Ring qualifying match, I believe. And I found out that you do have to win this match to qualify. I did not know that, because usually I just win it anyway. But I tried to see, because he says, I'll decide after your match whether you qualified. I thought maybe that meant like you could lose it and you would still qualify. But if you lose, you are out of the tournament. So so we are going to have to win this match. I am actually going to try a glitch that you can do in this game to save some time. Basically what you can do is set up a table in the corner and then get them to put you through it, which will get them disqualified and you just win automatically. But I may have to forego that depending on... Oh, there we go. We got it. Okay. So we win by DQ and we qualify for the King of the Ring. And we announce our King of the Ring entry. I don't know what happens if you say nothing, but I imagine that it's like a fail-safe. Like if you really didn't want to be in the King of the Ring, you can get out of it there. But now what's going to happen is we're going to get our match for the King of the Ring, and we're going to get put in a tag team match. It doesn't matter which one you pick. You always get the... I mean, it doesn't matter who we face, honestly. But yeah, so we are facing Rhino and the Big Show, teaming up with Scotty 2 Hotty. So I believe that means we have to face Rhino first. And so we should... So our tournament route is probably going to be Rhino, Big Show, and then I didn't see who was wrestling in on SmackDown. But whoever wins out of there is going to be our opponent for the finals at King of the Ring. And if we win that, then we get our title match at Vengeance. We are going to have to defend the Intercontinental Championship. um, which is going to be one of the toughest matches of the run because it's a triple threat, which means that like you can't leave the ring, and you have two other guys that you have to pin one of. So we have to kind of I have some strategies for that, but honestly, I think that's like the toughest match out of all of them in the run, which is part of why again I wish I didn't have to go after the Intercontinental title early. But honestly, you have to have the Intercontinental title by King of the Ring to do this setup quick, or to do this quick setup, so it doesn't even really matter. There's no other way around it other than waiting much longer. But um, but yeah. So, and also if you win the tag titles first, you have to. I don't know why I'm even in this match. I just realized I can quit out of this match and just lose. Um, there's literally no reason to be playing at this point. So yeah, so we are facing Rhino first. Okay. So yeah, so we have our first quarterfinal match of the King of the Ring. I'm just checking on SmackDown. If I had to guess, we'll probably be facing Billy. But sometimes they put you against, like, sometimes somebody just random wins in the semifinals on SmackDown, on the other brand, like, what, no matter which brand you're on. And you have to, and, like, it's somebody, like, just random, like, it's not who you would think would win. But, the funny thing is, though, if you're on Raw, even though SmackDown at this time, well, even now, Raw would always air on Mondays, and then SmackDown would air after that. But in this game, they always have a cutscene where you know who you're facing at the King of the Ring finals, and they like air like a face-off. So literally, it would, in essence, in real life, spoil the match on SmackDown. But in this game, it just like they know who's gonna win on SmackDown beforehand, and so they give you a scene with you facing your opponent. It makes a lot more sense on SmackDown because you already know who won on Raw, and they would kind of show that face off. But it's just weird to see it backwards. Okay, so I just realized I am honestly against these guys. Like non-title matches go a lot quicker than title matches, although Rhino is reversing a lot for whatever reason. But we should actually be able to take him out within like, I mean, I don't see him surviving past a chokeslam, but I could try and do the table trick, but I kind of forgot about it for a second. So, all right, he's out. I don't see him kicking out, honestly. Yeah. So we win. We go on to the semifinals. And we're probably even facing the Big Show. I would imagine, I don't see any way that Scotty 2 Hotty would beat the Big Show in real life or in this game. So, yeah. So we win. It is random cutscene, and then, yeah, Big Show. So we have to face the Big Show. In the semifinals. All right. So now, like I said, we got that match against the Big Show. And then we have to do the finals at the King of the Ring. I'm going to, real quick, grab a drink. Okay. So we face the Big Show. I'm going to try and get out of it with the table glitch again. And we can even do it in the finals, honestly, to get out quickly. It. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Oh, the ref hit the Big Show with the table when he tried to take it away from me. Okay, so okay, there we go. We got it set up in the corner. But yeah, we're gonna kind of try and stay in this corner and get him to put us to the table. There we go. Got it. All right. So we're in the King of the Ring finals. We win by DQ over the Big Show. And yeah, it's Billy or Rikishi. Like I said, based on SP, I would usually guess that it's Billy, but it might be Rikishi. It is Billy. Okay. That's what I figured would happen. Which is funny because Billy Gunn is a former King of the Ring winner in real life. So, okay, so we're going to have two matches here. The King of the Ring Finals and defending the Intercontinental title against Billy's partner Chuck and Lance Storm. And then we have to face Billy in the King of the Ring Finals. So, yeah. So like I said, the Intercontinental title match is very, very difficult. And I may explore ways to try and get out of it. I don't know if it would be possible, but if it was possible, it would save you a lot of time, basically. That's one of the main time saves that I'm going to look for later, but I just wanted to get this run out there with this strategy because I'm fairly certain that this is the best, most consistent way to get it done quickly. There could be a couple faster ways, but that I can think of, but they aren't as consistent. They require some luck in kind of like the setup overall. Like, you kind of have to get lucky and hope that you don't get put into certain storylines or that certain titles don't get put on different brands. And so what we're going to do here, we're going to let Chuck and Lance Storm kind of take each other out for a bit. We're gonna chill on the turnbuckle and we're gonna taunt because it gets our special bar up. And then what's gonna happen? What we're gonna do is once one of them lays the other out, we're gonna try to hit our finisher on the other guy. And okay, that's not good. He gets up and he starts going after us for whatever reason. Okay, we hit Chuck, which is not good. Because now they're both going to be going after me. Chuck tries a roll up. Okay, there we go. We got Chuck back onto Lance. But Lance gets back onto me for some reason. They always kind of lock onto random people. Like now Chuck is on us. Okay, there we go. Now they're taking each other out again. Gonna go up to the corner. Now they're both on me. So now we're gonna just kind of see what happens. I'm gonna take out the ref. Now they're back on each other, so we'll kind of let that happen. Go back to taunting. Hit a quick tombstone on Lance. let Chuck take him out some more. Alright. We got this. We got a special, which is pretty much what we wanted. Because now, like I said, the goal is going to be hit a finisher on somebody after they've knocked the other guy out. So yeah. So oh, Chuck's down. All right. Rope break. All right. So Chuck is going to be who we target. We're going to let Storm take him out and then hit him with Lance with a finisher and then try and get the pin on either one, really, but Lance has a finisher too, so that might be the goal. Yep. Yep, this worked out perfectly, I think. Lance hits the super kick on Chuck. We hit the choke slam on Lance. They're both out. We pin Lance before Chuck gets up. 1, 2, 3. We retain the Intercontinental title. We get out of there. We escape. I was honestly kind of nervous there for a second, but we get it done. We retain the Intercontinental Championship. And now we got to win the King of the Ring, which is going to be a much easier order than winning the winning that match. So now we face Billy in the King of the Ring finals. Billy looking to become a 2-time King of the Ring, and Kane looking to win it for the first time, obviously. So yeah, let's see how this goes. So he has a special for some reason. So like I said, this is not a no DQ match, so we can literally just, okay, he's right on me. Hey, there we go. It was pretty quick. We win the King of the Ring by DQ. We literally only won one match in the whole tournament. Legitimately, we literally just managed to get our opponent disqualified every other time, but it works, and we win the King of the Ring. So now we just gotta win the Undisputed title. I don't know if it's faster to do the other option there, but okay, so Chris Jericho wins the Undisputed title. Again, it doesn't matter because he's going to lose it anyway. That is pretty interesting. I guess all the times that we lost to him and let him boost his SP, let him have enough SP to win the title. Alright, so now we can skip every match up until Vengeance. And we're going to have 2 matches again at Vengeance. We do have to defend the European Championship, but it's much easier. It's in a ladder match. Usually, my guess, I feel like every time is always again, like every time I've done it, it's always Hardcore Holly that challenges you for some reason. So we'll see if that happens again. It could be somebody completely different too, but I've had a few times where it's been Hardcore Holly, so that's just my educated guess going in, is that we're going to face Hardcore Holly. Alright, so we can skip these matches. I believe Jericho comes out and says something after this match, if I remember correctly. Oh no. You announced that you're gonna get your title shot at Vengeance. life, Brock Lesnar won the King of the Ring this year, and he got a shot at SummerSlam, but obviously they couldn't let you do that here because they started a big storyline at SummerSlam. So I didn't check. I think this is the week. Yeah, this is the week, I believe, where Jericho loses the title. I didn't see who was challenging him. So it's going to be a surprise to me, too. So we're facing the former champion, Undertaker, one-on-one right here. Because when Taker loses the title, he always goes to Raw. Like, he's always considered a Raw wrestler. Because I believe that was where he went in the draft. Because in real life, at this time, Chris Jericho was the undefeated champion. Or no, he wasn't. Triple H was. He had won it from Chris Jericho at WrestleMania. And then he lost it to Hulk Hogan at Backlash, who then lost it to The Undertaker at Judgment Day. And then he lost it to The Rock at Vengeance, I believe. And then The Rock lost to Brock Lesnar, who was the King of the Ring winner. Okay, so we are going against... That is Test. Yeah. Yeah, I swear every time on Raw, Test wins the title. This is like the third time. It's like twice in a row that I've done this right now, and I've had it happen like when I played this game before, where Test wins the title for some random reason. It always ends up being Test. I don't know why, but I don't know why they always end up with having a random title match in the main event of Raw when that never really ever happens. In this, there's only twice that I've seen where they do a main event undisputed title match on Raw. It's this storyline, and then in the second year in the where the owners take over the WWE, if you are with them, I don't know if they give you a title shot. I haven't really explored it from every angle, but basically what happens is they force somebody to defend their title. Like, if you're against them, they force you to defend a title against one of their wrestlers, and then if you're with them, they give somebody a shot at your title for some reason. I don't know what happens if you don't have a title and you're with them. I just don't know what happens if you don't have a title at that point. That's something I may have to test. I may try that. I may try a strat with that if I try to do 100% run of this game. I know there's not a route for that, but I'm working on one. It would be very, very long, because what I've calculated is that you would have to play through the full 2-year season mode 3 times, because there's some pay-per-views where they have 6 unlockables. So you'd have to play through 3 times to win it, or to get it, and you have to win the Undisputed title twice, and obviously you have to win pretty much every match at pay-per-views. So it would be pretty tough. And you have to win King of the Ring once and the Royal Rumble once. But again, that could lead to winning the Undisputed title. So, and another funny thing is that they had Albert and Test team up with Albert, which used to be a team in real life, and then Kane and RVD were also a team in real life. So that was pretty funny. The match there. All right. So we are now at Vengeance. We are now at the end of the run. The Undisputed Championship match. Well, we do have one more match before that. We're going to Tajiri in a ladder match for the European Championship. I know it doesn't say that right now, but it always is. The match, besides your match, the other matches on the card are pretty much fixed unless there's like Judgment Day. It gets really weird if you're not when you skip the autograph storyline. So the Big Show wins the Hardcore Championship. Doesn't really matter. Again, it's not a Big Four title. We don't have to get it. But yeah, so we're going up against Tajiri in a ladder match for our European Championship. Which again, in this route, there's no way to get out of this. The only way to get out of it would be obviously not being the European Champion, which would make the run last a lot longer. I forgot that they always reverse. And the good thing is ladder matches in this game are very, very easy. So I missed the belt. That is bad. All right. Well, it's not. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I just need him to get up. All right. I need to get him out of the ring. Okay. Oh wait. One. Oh no, we're not gonna get it here. Yeah. So basically, you have to swing on the ladder 4 times, or swing on the belt 4 times before they grab you. So you just kind of have to get them out of the way long enough. Which I think we should be good now. Well, except we missed the title again. I don't know why he did a random taunt. That might save us. I'm going to push the ladder down. Hit him with a clothesline. I'm just going to try and get the ladder into position right now. And he took it down. Okay. He's out. Grab the ladder. Put it up. Okay, he's already back in. Hit the wrong button, and of course we're not over it. Okay, this is going a lot worse than I thought it would. Oh, he's already laid out. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take him out of the ring. Well, we're gonna take him out of the ring, and we're just gonna get him laid out. We're gonna hit him with a choke slam on the floor or something, and no, he's going for the title. He didn't get it. Okay, we can just push him over. And get it set up in position. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take him out of the ring. And we're gonna hit him with the choke slam on the floor. Now he's out. Except I gotta get the title. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. He comes down with the belt, and we retain the title. All right, cool. All right. One last match to go, and that is the undisputed title against Test. And once we get that done, I am going to double check while this is loading where the timer ends for this. So I may lose a little bit of time. I went to the wrong website too. I'm losing a little bit of time here, but I just want to double check where the timer ends. Timer ends when you, okay, that's what I thought, but it ends when you pin the champion, which is what I thought. All right, so yeah, so lost a little bit of time there, but that can be time saved for later on. All right, so we're facing Test for the Undisputed Championship. just gonna go for a quick pin. We got it. 5450. We are the Grand Slam champion. We have all 4 titles. Just to verify, I'm gonna go to the next week, and we can watch the scene where Ric Flair congratulates us on being the Grand Slam champion. RVD special clips. Storm's attire. Doesn't matter which ones we pick, obviously, because we're not doing this run any longer. But we should get a scene this week where theater. Okay, doesn't matter. We should get a scene right now where Ric Flair congratulates us on being the Grand Slam champion. So I'm just gonna verify. Well, I forgot that there's this Vince McMahon scene that's gonna take some time, but okay, it didn't play. But I am okay. But here's what we'll do: we'll go into a match. We're gonna our match. I don't know. Usually that scene plays, but maybe because that Vince scene was there, it like overrode it for some reason. But I'm pretty sure I did this right. I mean, I'm just gonna play. If you have the Grand Slam champion, it'll show up on his insurance as WWE Grand Slam champion. So I'm gonna. Yep. All right, we got it. So all right. So I'm gonna kind of let it play from here, but that's gonna be the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching if you made it this far. And if you like this content, please like and subscribe because I'm gonna be doing some more of these type of speedruns in the future. I'm looking at the rookie percent category as well. I'm trying to find an optimized strategy for it. I have one idea, but I don't know that it would be any faster than the current strategy for that run. So I probably know what I'm gonna say. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I may also look at routes for 100% run, but once again, thank you guys so much for all the support, and please like and subscribe if you have not already, and join the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. For right now, it is S.Gamer signing off.